Hi, I'm John Everts from California Leasing, and this is This Week in Santa Clarita Real Estate. I'm super excited because this is one of my favorite people, Renee, Roques, and I love sitting down, geeking out with you on real estate, talking about Santa Clarita and the community, so thank you for coming today.
Thank you, John. Thanks. Appreciate you having me.
Oh, absolutely.
You're actually one of the first people I met when I got into real estate.
That's
believe it or
crazy,
not.
huh? Time goes too fast.
I can't believe it.
Goes way too fast. Well, let me ask you a question, because we were talking about this before we started filming, and I said, why would someone choose you over any other realtors? And you said education, which I thought was a really unique answer. So I'd like for you to tell us, what do you do to stay educated in this huge market we call real estate?
Yeah, well, thank you. First of all, real estate is so important to me, and it's the largest financial investment of someone's life.
Yeah.
Just to be personal, when the market changed last time, before I was a realtor.
I mean, a lot of people aren't even going to remember that, but yeah, we're talking like 07, 08.
Yes, and I was a homeowner, and before I was a realtor, we lost our home.
Yeah.
So I understand the effects of losing your home, and I felt obviously devastated for my family. I would never want to put anyone in that position. I would never want it for my worst enemy.
Right.
To lose a home, to have your kids with no place to go.
Yep.
For you to have no place to go.
Very stressful time.
Yes. So it's just unimaginable. So it's one of the reasons I'm passionate about the community service that I do. But when I did become a realtor, I decided I wanted to be the best realtor I could be, and understanding all of the vast different elements that come along with this financial purchase.
So did you get into real estate after the crash?
I got into real estate after the crash.
Was that part of the motivating factor?
I'm sure it was. In my soul, I'm sure it was.
Okay.
Your pain becomes your ministry.
Yeah, for sure.
Right? You figure.
Well, that's what we know, right? Like,
I didn't walk through this alone just
Right.
for nothing. I'm
Right.
sure there was a reason, because I have to find purpose in the pain. So just to be able to help people avoid that,
Yeah.
I'm so happy to be in this position. And it's a privilege, because when you're walking someone, navigating them through, and when you meet them, they're scared to death.
Yep.
And then on the other end of it,
It's like one of the best things in the world, right?
Oh, it wasn't so bad. Yeah.
But
okay.
yeah, it's like it's this. I mean, you're selling a gigantic asset, and if you think about if you're going to sell any other $900,000 asset, like, who's going to be involved in that? You're going to have attorneys, and you're going to have accountants, and so having a professional, educated real estate agent for a transaction of that size is super important.
Yeah.
So, and then
I take it seriously.
I know you do.
Yes.
I know you do. And we're going to talk more about that later.
Yeah.
But I wanted to shift gears a little bit, because I know your heart for Santa Clarita. I know your heart for people who need housing. And I wanted to ask you, you're constantly involved in stuff, but what are you involved in right now?
Today.
Yeah, today.
Okay. So already today, I am the chair of California Association of Realtors Communications Advisory. And that's
at the state level.
At the state level. And that's an appointment from the leadership team. So Melanie Barker, Heather Ozier, Mark
A state
Peterson.
of 40 million people.
Yeah, and thousands and 250,000 realtors.
Yeah.
Yes, so it's an appointment, and it's a privilege, again, an honor to do that. And we have something special coming out of our committee for realtors that will be launched soon, so stay tuned.
Awesome.
We have a special project.
Can't wait to hear.
Yes. So
I don't know what it is.
that's exciting. No, I didn't share it. I didn't even share it with John. So I'm involved with that this morning. Tonight, I co-chair NAACP Housing Committee.
Okay. I did not know that.
Yes. So here locally.
Now, is that Santa Clarita or
Santa
like
Clarita.
LA area?
Santa Clarita.
Okay.
Mhm. Because, again, our passion for housing, I believe in legacy and generational wealth.
Yep.
And I know that sometimes my community has been challenged, and the statistics show that. You're
Yep.
a statistic guy.
Yeah.
That throughout the years we've been challenged to not be able to purchase homes.
Yeah.
And I look at where I was raised in the inner city of Los Angeles, And I definitely know that home ownership has not been available for everyone.
Yep.
So it's really important to me too. Another passion. Heart. Shall we just say these are my heart projects?
I love that that's what you do. I love that you work in the things that you value, and you take the things you value and you connect them to your business and your industry. I mean, that's what makes you great at what you do.
Oh, thank you, John. Thank you.
What else are you working in? That's because I know you said you're working with Family Promise.
Family Promise. I sit on the board of Family Promise. So
just real quick, will you tell everybody what Family Promise is?
So Family Promise really is an amazing organization. When it started in Santa Clarita, I was at a church and I became the church coordinator. What they do is at that time, they would take those who qualified for the program, families that qualify, into churches. And churches would feed, house them for a week.
Okay.
And Sunday through Sunday. And then
this is just like an emergency transition period in their life?
Yes.
Okay.
And Sunday through Sunday, they wouldn't have to worry about what to eat. They wouldn't have to worry about their kids. We would give them a place to live and feed them. And then the next Sunday, they would pack up and go to another church. So a week at a time, and we would rotate. When COVID came, the program had to readjust.
Yeah, right.
And we were blessed with a house in Castaic.
Okay.
So it's a 5-bedroom home in Castaic. We have families there. We're always full.
Oh, I'm sure you're
always full.
Yeah.
And there's a wait list, and the demand is incredible. But thank God we were blessed with that. So Family Promise, and actually Williams Homes, who built Williams Ranch, and a local
Lance
developer,
Lance
and Sadie.
Yeah.
They actually partnered with us. So we've got a piece of land that the city donated off Railroad next to the single moms property. And I call it a villa that we have there. And it's going to be 4 units, an emergency unit, and maybe like a family room.
Okay. Common area.
Common area.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, that's so cool. I love hearing that you're actively working with these organizations that are addressing one of the biggest problems in Southern California today, which is getting into that initial housing. I mean, it is, if you think about it, if you just take a minute to think about it, it's daunting. What are you supposed to do?
Mm-hmm,
so that's so cool that
there's many resources available as well. Sorry, don't mean to.
No.
My husband says I do that all the time.
You can totally interrupt me as much as you want.
Many resources available, and it's Karen Bass. That's one of her major priorities. Sorry, I don't mean to jump all over the place, because it's something I do a lot. So I also work with the legislators. Pilar Chavo is Assemblywoman Chavo. She's here. And at Government Affairs, Southland Regional, our association, I serve on government affairs there. Melda Padilla came, District 6. She came and spoke to us recently a couple weeks ago.
Awesome.
And we have audiences with the legislators, and we go up in Sacramento, but locally here we recently met with Scott Wilkes' office.
Okay.
And so what we do is we say, these bills are on the table, we'd love you to vote this way because you're protecting property rights.
Right.
And so that's something I'm involved.
I know you're also friends with one of my close friends, which is Bill Miranda.
Bill Miranda.
So at the city level.
Yes,
So
right.
you're really out there advocating, which I just love.